No, I think Bitcoin will be over 250,000 by the end of this year or next year.
What's going to drive that, do you think?
What will happen is that the tariff stuff will be a dud, and then people will realize that the world is willing to negotiate, and it's really just U.S. versus China, and a lot of people will side with us, some people side with China. The markets will stabilize a little bit, and they'll get used to the new normal.
The United States, post-World War II, was a global stabilizer. We are the global destabilizer.
Right. Now,
and
Larry,
that's a very hard thing to say, because I pride ourselves of being, bringing the leadership, bringing the conversations. Yes, I do believe we're probably starting, if not, we're in a recession. Yes, I think the market is still underestimating how high inflation can get. If you factor in all the tariffs,
right,
you factor in all these other issues, it's going to be quite additive. I mean, I read in a report that if you just take the tariffs in the cost of home building, the average new home could be up as much as 26%. We already have a housing affordability problem.
None of this sounds any good to me, Larry. And it's all self-inflicted, by the way. None of it needed to happen.
This is not a pandemic. This is not a financial crisis. This is something that we've created. But in the short run, I'm petrified at some of these issues.
Petrified. Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box, provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets. Now,
it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy. And you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And I told you that we would get a first quarter pullback, and that's what happened. And then also I told you that tariffs would get stepped up, and that's what happened. Layoffs would pick up. That's what happened. So the Crypto Teacher gives you a warning like Noah and Gilgamesh, whichever one you want to call it. But we will get some type of reset this year. Most likely stable coins are the catalyst. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. We have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten, and more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky, and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids' books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we had Bitcoin and crypto pull back slightly as I'm doing this video. We are moving up. Don't forget we have options today, but we've already taken a beating. So I do see Bitcoin and crypto being flat. And speaking of beating, right now we have stocks slightly up, whipsawing, because the yields are going crazy. And then also the dollar is going crazy. And right now, Bitcoin, crypto, and stocks are very volatile. Now we have Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson thinks Bitcoin can reach 250,000 by the end of this year or next year. And he says that tariffs will blow away because it's all about China versus the U.S. and people will pick their side. Now, guys, how many times have the crypto teacher told you this? And you know I bring it to you from the horse's mouth. And in the stock Patreon, I put a message in there. This is so important. This is the reason why I created that Patreon. Make sure you're looking at it. It's only in the stock Patreon account. Remember, guys, you don't want to be on the wrong side of history, and you definitely don't want to fall for the devil's tricks. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates are going bananas. Was close to a 4.46 handle before dropping. And we had the dollar just keeps getting weaker and weaker. Had dropped below that dollar and then moved back up. Now, guys, don't forget, when Trump was in office the first time, we had dropped all the way down to about 90 cents. But we didn't have all this debt. We didn't have the issues with China. And gold prices are moving up so high for a reason. And I see the dollar dropping down anywhere between 50 cents to 75 cents. And I'm basing this off of the gold price. And then, of course, they bring in these stable coins. And they don't call these digital dollar stable coins for any reason. Remember, this is a plan that moves in phases. Even the language is changing. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then we have volume in crypto right now down. We have Tether and USDC. And we have Circle mints an additional 250 million USDC on Solana, bringing the 2025 total to 12.25 billion. And remember, guys, once we get this stablecoin regulation, we're going to see stablecoins go crazy. You're going to have trillions and trillions of dollars worth of stablecoins overnight. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. The repo at 129 billion. Make sure you pull that on a daily basis during the week. And, of course, if it stays the same today, going towards close, yield rates will start rising and the stock market will move down. If the repo moves up, the long end will get manipulated down slightly, and that'll keep the stock market flat or move up. But the bond market is definitely volatile. Now, we know the Fed wants to keep rates higher for longer to destroy this legacy market so Trump can build this fourth industrial revolution. And if we take Cardano for an example, just like all the rest of these products, majority of their business is in the emerging markets. We know Cardano is heavily in Africa working on a digital ID. And again, we don't hear Trump telling you you need to leave these countries and come back to the U.S. Why? Because the digital economy is global. The fourth industrial revolution is a global plan. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. But you have to have that crisis in order to bring in all this technology. And China ups the tariffs to 125%. And again, if you're a part of the Stock Patreon, make sure you go and read. It's so important because the United States consumer is definitely going to be under pressure. Now we have the SEC Crypto Task Force to host second round table on digital asset regulation. And now that we have the chair sitting in his seat, it's time to move the digital economy. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And we have President Trump making another move, has signed a resolution to repeal the IRS DeFi broker rule. And we knew that was coming. Trump is leading every sector of this digital economy. And who's with him? That's right, his band, the family. When you look at all the wealthy people, it was all done because they had a strong family. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs right now are up. And we have inflows in BlackRock digital asset products declined 83% in Q1 to $3 billion. And we don't hear anything from the hype boys Speaking of this big decline, and then also we have spot Bitcoin ETFs see 6 straight day of outflows. And we know when it comes to Bitcoin and crypto, we have nothing, absolutely nothing to do with tariffs. But when liquidity is being shrunk, it's going to hurt not only the stock market and crypto market, because who pumped us like this? That's right, the Fed. And who's going to dump us? That's right, the Fed, because it's time to build. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, getting over into a little crypto news, we have Swedish MP proposes adding Bitcoin to the country's foreign exchange reserves. And he says it's a hedge against inflation. Now, we have BNB Chain completes the Lawrence hard fork upgrade. Also, we have Standard Chartered and OKEX launch a new program allowing institutions to use crypto assets and tokenized money market funds as collateral. And this will enable the leveraging of these assets for off-exchange collateral for trading. And they're just mirroring what's going on in the traditional market over to tokenization. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, nothing is changing. It's just going to be tokenized and put on blockchain. Now we have Crypto Exchange Hashkey receive Hong Kong approval to offer staking services. And nothing happens in Hong Kong without China. And we see how they clearly way ahead of the United States. And we know that is done on purpose. But we also know how important staking is going to be in the fourth industrial revolution. And lastly, we have BlackRock's Larry Fink repeats what he stated a couple days ago. The U.S. is very close to a recession or may be in one right now, and says that tariffs are self-inflicted and we're creating the issue. And guys, we know why. Because they want to bring in the machines. Remember, this is a plan that moves in phases. And we know anytime the drums get to beating, it's to move us towards an agenda. And this time, it's the fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows. When it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Team save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Team save Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.